Hi guys, I'm Natalie, and today I just wanted to do an overview of the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. So as you can see, the Kindle Paperwhite is pretty small, pretty slim, lightweight. It's a good size for your hand. I like to keep it in a case just because there's a little bit more bulk there and it's not as easy for me to drop it, so I just keep it in this most of the time, but you certainly don't have to. I also have a little screen protector on mine in the unlikely event that I might drop it. There's a button right here at the bottom that you press to power it on. The screen lights up and then you just swipe it. And as you can see, the background's not super bright. It's more natural, kind of like a piece of paper, hence the name Paperwhite. It's not real harsh on your eyes as you're looking at it. And it initially brings you back to your home page. You have the option to look through all your books here. You can also go on to Amazon.com if you hit the little shopping cart and go and buy some more books. They have a lot of free books on Kindle periodically, or different authors will place their books for pretty cheap, maybe 1 or 2 months every now and then. And you can purchase books off there. There are also options on here to rent books through deals like Kindle Unlimited, and there's a few others. I've kind of tried them in the past and most of them just didn't have the titles I wanted, so I don't do that personally. I just look for cool free books, and periodically I will buy books that are on sale for just a couple of bucks versus, $10 or $20. So that's just some options there. You can categorize your books into different whatever you want to put them under. I just have odds and ends, I have favorites, classics, and you just hover on a book and it'll pop up and show you where you want to put it. So one of the things I really like about this is that I do not have to have a light on if I'm reading this, say, in bed at night. It's bright enough that I can see it, but it's not harsh on the eyes. It's very gentle, and you can see it outside. Like if I'm outside on a sunny day, I can still read this no problem. You don't have to hold your hand over it to try and shade it. You just tap on one side of the screen or the other to go back and forth in a book. You have the options to make your font bigger. You can also highlight sections if there was a particular sentence or paragraph that you thought was really cool and you wanted it to pop up when you came there. You have that option. Some books even have a cool thing where you can hit the name of a character and it'll bring up like a little mini bio or where that character is in the book, and you can kind of jump back and forth. You can go to certain chapters in a book. Not every book has this option, by the way, but a lot of them do. And this little button here on the far right with the 3 lines has like notes about this book, about the author, word-wise. And what I love too is you can hit a word and just kind of hold it down. It'll highlight it and it'll bring up the dictionary, Wikipedia. So if you don't know the word, or if you think it might just be some kind of cultural slang, a lot of it will be found on there, which is very helpful. Now, in order to access Amazon, you of course have to connect to the internet. So there, you do have Wi-Fi on here, and you can give your Kindle a name, but you just have to connect either at your home network or wherever you want to go to have access to that. And it's very easy and straightforward. Something else that is great about this is if you make a purchase on here, you have the option of viewing it on your device or in your cloud. And so if I have my iPad with me, say, instead of my Kindle, if I download the Amazon Kindle app, I can still have my book on my iPad. Even though I purchased it on here, they're not exclusive to this, which I really appreciate. So just to briefly compare this to, say, some other tablets or little devices, I think this is an absolutely fabulous thing for reading, just because it is a bit more like a book as far as an electronic can be. The iPad for me is too big and way too bright. This is just lit differently so that it's gentle on the eyes. Like I said, I can read it outside in the sun, or I can read it in my bed with the lights turned off if I want. It's smaller, it's lightweight, and you can have tons and tons of books on here. And for someone like me that loves to bring a couple of books on a trip and they're usually taking up too much space in my purse or in my suitcase, this is terrific because this is tiny. This fits in your smallest bag basically. So to charge the Kindle, you just have a little port right there at the very bottom. It comes with the cord and with the wall plug-in. Truthfully, I think I've lost my plug-in, and so I just use one that uses the same cord. I've never had a problem with it. I've charged it in the car. It takes a little bit to charge, but not too long. But the charge battery life is very long. I mean, gosh, I charge this thing every couple of weeks or a month or so. So it lasts a good long time even when you're using it a lot, which is a huge plus. So as far as price, the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite is very reasonable. It goes for about $100 most of the time, but I believe I got mine on sale for just under $100, maybe around Black Friday. For what it is, I think that's a great price. If you're somebody that's always carrying a book around with you or has to pack 3 or 4 books for a long trip and you're tired of your books getting trashed or maybe getting lost, this is perfect because you can store dozens and dozens and dozens of books. This fits easily into your purse. A little bit big for a back pocket, but it definitely fits into even the smallest of purses, and it's a great little companion to have. I have been very, very happy with it, and when it dies, I will probably go out and buy the same one just because some of the newer ones are too bright, too flashy. This is very simple, and it's perfect for just reading a book when you don't feel like having a paper book out. So I hope you enjoyed this little overview of the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, and please stay subscribed for more videos.